One common mistake that you should avoid when tracking your caloric expenditure, whether you're a beginner or a pro, is not including your BMR.
Morning.
When starting your weight loss journey, one of the most important metrics to figure out in the beginning is your caloric expenditure. If you get it wrong and you do it long term, you're just not going to get results. So the more accurate you can be with a number, the better results you're going to get.
Hey, Future Prasad here. So while editing the video, I realized that the transition between the previous clip that you just watched and the next clip that you're about to watch was a little bit confusing. So I thought I'd explain myself. What you will be watching is me explaining a few reasons as to why I think we either accept or ignore the error in our total caloric expenditure calculation, especially when the number is bigger than it ought to be. Does that make sense? If it still doesn't make sense, comment away and I'll explain myself there.
And in my opinion, here's why we do it. The first thing is just a lack of knowledge, which is understandable. Not everyone's going to go do research into it. Just gonna look at a number and just believe it. The other is simply the fact that overestimating calories, the bigger the number, it lets us eat whatever we want without guilt, and also brag about the number of calories we burn to our friends, whatever it is, right? And in reality, that's not true. This might sound fancy and amazing short term, but at the end of the day, the one who's not achieving their goals is you and me. So let's say you have 3 individuals who burn the same amount of calories, for example 800, but with different workout duration. So let's say the first one burns it, okay, just a second, I'm in the wrong path, I need to fucking change paths. Here we go. Right. Where were we? Like a mountain goat or something. Sideways. Woo. The first one burned 800 in a 3-hour workout. The second one burned it in a 1-hour workout, and the third one burnt it in a 30 minutes workout. Even though the amount of calories they burned might be the same, it's the same number, right? You can't. All 3 of them can't just take the number 800 and put it into their calorie count calculation. What you want to use is the extra calories you burned by doing the workout, not the total calories of the duration of the workout. And that's because of something called the BMR. So let me explain BMR. So what BMR stands for is Basal Metabolic Rate. So assume you do nothing throughout the day. You don't have any activity. You just laze around on a couch or your bed. Your body still burns a certain amount of calories just to survive. That's your basal metabolic rate. The same rule applies throughout the day. So if you go to the gym and let's say you burn 800 calories with an individual 1 who did in 3 hours workout, individual 2 who did in an hour workout, and 3 in a 30-minute workout, their basal metabolic rate for those many hours is different. So for a 3-hour person, for example, it might be 300. For someone who's an hour, it might be 100. For someone who's 30 minutes, might be 30. So you need to take this into account. That's fucking dope. I have a newfound appreciation for Vibrams. Swear to God, they're so good. Optical heart rate monitors with watches, your Fit watches, such as your Garmin's and your Apple watches and your Fitbits, they do help you with this. They do mention the total calories burned, and then they mention something called the active calories. Active calories, I guess, is their way of mentioning total calories minus your BMR. On how accurate it is, I'm not too sure on that, because in general, I don't think optical heart rate monitors are very accurate to begin with. And I said accuracy is the most important thing to set up a base, and they're not too accurate. Chest heart rate monitors are way more accurate than optical heart rate monitors will be. What kind of summit is this? Woo, that background is dope. how you want to go about doing this is by calculating BMR. By the way, I'll leave a link down in the description below to a website where you can find out your BMR. For example, in my case, my BMR is around 90 to 100 calories in an hour. And a typical workout for me lasts for around 2 hours, and I burn 1,000 calories in 2 hours. So what I would do is take my BMR for 2 hours, which is 2 into 100, for example, 200. I would take my total calories burned and subtract the BMR from it. So 1,000 minus 200, and I'm left with 800. That is the extra calories that are burned, particularly from the activity, and I would use that into my calculation for calculating my total caloric expenditure in a day.